Happy Aquarius season and happy Aquarian era. Both the sun moved into Aquarius today at, I guess, 6 a.m. about on the West Coast, and then Pluto is also moving into Aquarius at about 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 4:50 p.m. And so we're welcoming in both an Aquarian season and Aquarian era. So the next month will be a double dose of Aquarian energy, which is good because it's setting the stage, it's whetting our palate for this new 20-year chapter that humanity is embarking on as a collective. And, we are also embarking on that in our personal lives in varying ways, depending on which house Aquarius rules in your chart. And I encourage you to contact me for a reading so we can take a look at very specifically where Aquarius is in your chart and what area of your life is going to be the baseline of themes really in the next 20 years. And with astrology, we have this lens, this kind of quantum lens that we, can look into the cosmos, and we can zoom into the very detailed, like the day, the hour, like what's going on. But we can also zoom out and see the bigger, longer cycles that are unfolding, whether that be in the next 2 weeks or the next month or the next 6 months or the next year. But even sometimes, the next 28 years or the next 200 years, And so the lens can zoom in or out depending on what it is we want to look at. And again, that's why I give this reading as an offering, because I think it's important for anyone who's interested in astrological knowledge to have some access to it and have some sense of what's going on in the cosmos if they want to. But I always think that the best is when you can do a one-on-one reading and through your lifetime, hopefully get to know your astrological coding better and better, understand your karma and your dharma on a deeper level, through a lifetime. And anyway, the Aquarian era, wherever Pluto moves, it really shows us where we as a collective, what collective fears we're going to be dealing with, what we need to overcome, where the threats are that we need to, or perceived threats that we need to overcome, where our shadow is that we need to confront and deal with as a collective. And when that transit is intersecting with any of our own personal planets in our chart, it will be experienced as a long kind of 3-year profoundly transformational event in our life, where it can sometimes feel like, things are coming up from underneath the surface to be dealt with, or something is getting demoed so that we can rebuild something. Pluto transits are never easy, but there's always a jewel that is handed to you at the end once you've gone down into that underworld journey to meet Hades and do the shadow work that's required of a deep Pluto transit. So as he shifts from 29 degrees Capricorn, the very last degree of Capricorn, which is its whole own storyline, that 29th degree, that's the old world that we're leaving. And in that element, in that earth element, there's this feeling as we step in of now or never. It's the finale. We have to close this deal. We have to close this situation. We have to, finish this chapter, say this goodbye. It's also the time of birth into the new world. And 0 degrees Aquarius is a point of pure potential, standing on the point of all possibilities. And Aquarius, I love Aquarius because, so the Capricorn energy we're leaving, it's very patriarchal, it's very hierarchical. The Aquarian era that we're entering is more, it's progressive. The Capricorn era that we're leaving is more traditional and more conservative. The Aquarian era that we're entering is more unconventional and more progressive. And It's very much based on frequency. You can even see the zigzags, the timelines of the Aquarian era. And right now at 0 degrees, we're all tuning into the channel that we're going to be on. And depending on what channel you're on, that's the experiences you will be having in this new era. Those are the people you will be interacting with. Those are the kind of experiences you will be having, because that's going to be, we're tuning into our channels. And we have been, if you are interested in just a preview of what to expect in the Aquarian era, in March 2023 through May 2023, Pluto dipped his nose in there, and we got a flash of some of the topics that are going to be our topics, for these next 20 years. And it doesn't mean those are the only topics we're dealing with. We're talking about, this is the baseline, this is the foundation of our life, and we're building a lot of other things on top of that. When you look at the other planets and shorter transits and cycles, astrology really shows us how any given present moment is the meeting of several different cycles of different lengths of time coming together at one point. And those are cycles for us as an individual, but also within our families, within our culture, within our neighborhood, within our city, within our country, within our, continent, within our globe. Like, it's very, we live in a fractal universe, and that's how astrology works. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Maybe it would be better if I wrote these rather than just going off the cuff, but I trust that the cosmos is telling me whatever I need to say right now. The real point is that I think it's a great time to get a reading, because it's good if I can look at your chart one-on-one with you, and we can see how this kind of new chapter for humanity is affecting you as an individual. And I mean, yes, this is the era of AI. This is the era of frequency and vibration. This is the era of science and space travel and alien contact and the future and robots and all of the things that Aquarius represents. And it's going to be every aspect of the culture that is infiltrated with the Aquarian energy and themes. So it's going to, we're fundamentally changing. It's a elementally different way of living on the planet that we're entering. And a lot of it has to do with digital and virtual world and AI, yes, but then there's also a pushback where there's going to be commune living that's popping up as an alternative lifestyle that, although we may consider that unconventional now, it may become the convention during this Aquarian era. Many people who have been on the fringes and seen as eccentrics will rise to the forefront more in this era and be taken more seriously. Science is going to have advancements beyond our wildest dreams, space travel, advancements beyond our wildest dreams. Aquarius is really about that utopian ideal for the future, which is really beautiful, but sometimes there can become a kind of a group think in that pursuit of utopia, and then we can see the shadow of that idealism. And so we'll be working with all sides of that energy in the Aquarian era. It's not good or bad, it's all of it and more, and some people are going to express the Aquarian energy at its most beautiful representation, and that is going to benefit humanity in ways that are unimaginable. And some people are going to choose to tune into the lower vibrational frequencies of the Aquarian energy. And, it's like that beehive thinking, that group think, that kind of homogenized kind of, no individuality. But I don't fear this, and I don't think anyone should fear it, because that's the channel that you're tuning into. And whatever channel we turn into, that's really what the 0 degrees Aquarius point is about. It's about tuning our vibration and what frequency you know, what broadcast are we tuning into for this Aquarian era? Because Aquarius is the TV, it is the broadcast, you know, and those lines are the frequency. And there are people who will completely drop out of our lives. We will never see them again, and it's almost as if they left the planet. And it's not because they died necessarily, maybe some of them did, but it's because they're tuned into another frequency, and we're on the channel we're on, you know, and that's kind of how this next era is being set up right now. So, you know, think about what channel are you tuning into? And what else? I mean, there's so much to say about it. I will make mini videos and come back to talk about it more. I'm really here to say, call me for a reading. And why get a reading? Readings are not just about telling the future. I think that that's one of the biggest misnomers about readings. Readings are about understanding the quality. There's so much wisdom in the cosmos about the quality of the present moment and what our place is in that, what we uniquely can bring to that moment to give to humanity, to our families, to ourselves, to the culture, to whatever, wherever it represents in our chart. For all of us, it's a different mission. Everyone doesn't have the same path with the energies that are at play, although we are all working with the same material, the same cosmic currents. We're all living under the same cosmic currents. And that's why I find astrology interesting, because it really, you know, you hear people say one love and all of that. It really shows you, or we're all one. It shows you how the one is connected to the whole. It shows you in like mathematical, geometrical data, like how that actually works. And it's just fascinating. It never ceases to amaze me. I love doing charts. I would love to look at your chart with you and look at your transits. I don't think that there's been ever a better time to get a reading in our lifetimes. I mean, Pluto moving into Aquarius is not only one of the biggest transits of the month, it's one of the biggest transits of the year, of the decade, of our lifetime. And so, yes, I highly encourage you to, you know, get in touch with me, email me, empresseliane@gmail.com, get on the calendar for a reading. And in terms of Aquarius season, the sun into Aquarius, you know, Aquarius is the fixed air, you know, temple of Saturn. And so it's a serious time. I mean, it's business time right now, and it's time, and we're really looking into the future of what our ideal for the future is, and making some long range plans and goals right now. But what else can I say about Aquarius season? The sun and the Pluto stepping in together. Yeah, it shows this is the seeding point of a very transformational time in our lives. And so you may not see it exactly, but if you look around at what's going on this weekend, as you know, Saturday, Sunday, and the week ahead, what the themes are, what's going on in your relationships with the people closest to you, with your work, with your visions, with what you are wanting to let go of and what you're wanting to go towards. This is, you know, this is all of your plasma that you're working with at 0 degrees Aquarius. And this is showing you, highlighting a lot of the themes that are going to be, you know, the fundamental, you know, the baseline, holding the bottom of this next 20-year chapter of your life that we're just stepping into. And so thank you for joining me. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video. If I do, part of it will be on Instagram and the whole thing will be on YouTube. All right. Happy Pluto and Aquarius. I'll be back with more videos and more words on Pluto and Aquarius. Bye.